back to Ears to Ever After. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Tinkerbell. We are going to talk about the Disney dining plan today because last week we talked about picking your resorts and where to stay. And then the next part, because you can make your dining reservations so far in advance, 180 days to be exact. So we're going to talk about the different kind of dining reservations and food options in the park. Seems to be the next logical step.
And it's a good thing we just ate, so
Yes.
I'm not going to get hungry.
Especially since we are on Weight Watchers now, so that's new and exciting. I've traded in my Diet Coke for Life Water. Don't judge about the plastic bottles. We get it. We're working on it.
No.
Yeah, that's Tinkerbell. She's just running around like a crazy pants.
Yes.
So, anyways, back to the video. So, Disney dining. So, we'll start with the dining plans and kind of break them down for you, and then we'll get into some different dining options, if you will. So, right now there are 3 dining plans, although there is a rumor of a 4th dining plan that's going to start next week. So we'll talk about that in a minute because that is new and exciting and hopefully it's true. I don't know. So don't take our word for this because Disney hasn't officially announced it, but
it was on the internet, so you gotta believe it.
But there are multiple sources, so we'll talk about it, and if it comes true, great. If it doesn't, you've got the 3 dining plans. So the first one, and the most expensive one, is the Disney Deluxe dining plan. And holy moly, you get a ton of food on this dining plan.
Yep.
So 3 meals per day, and it doesn't matter what kind of meal. So you've got 2 different options. You've got your table service and your quick service for meals. So quick service is where you go up to a counter, kind of like a McDonald's, order and bring your food to your table, and generally, don't have a wait staff or a server or anything like that. A table service is like going into a sit-down restaurant, so like your, Applebee's or Texas Roadhouse or whatever, where you go in and you're seated and you get served and all that stuff. So with the deluxe dining plan, you have your choice of 3 meals per day, and it does not matter. You can interchange them. So you can do
I'm just stretching my arm. Nothing romantic about this.
So you can do don't be a butt. You're making me stutter.
I know.
So you can interchange. So if you want to do a sit down for breakfast, and then you want to do quick service for lunch, and then another sit down for dinner, you can do that. If you want to do all 3 quick service meals one day, you can. If you want to do all 3 table service days, you can. And then, just to add on more to that, if that wasn't already enough, you get 2 snacks as well. So you can choose 2 things that are snack credits on the Disney dining plan as well. So you get 3 meals and 2 snacks per day, per person, per night of your stay. So that's pretty awesome. And then on the meal, generally and this is... We're trying to teach her not to get on the back of our new couch. And this is generally with any of the plans, but it generally includes, for a table service, an entree, a beverage. It can be soda, alcohol, a specialty like milkshake or whatever, and then you get a dessert. For the for the quick service meals, it's just an entree and a drink now. But you can still get an alcoholic drink if you want one instead of a soda. Hello, Tinkerbell. And then you get, of course, on every dining plan, you get the resort refillable mug. So you can get unlimited coffee, tea, soda, and I think they have water on the spigot. But you can get unlimited soft drinks and tea and coffee at your resort. So they don't work in the parks. But they do, so you can't use your refillable mug in the parks. I mean, you can pre-fill it and bring it with you, but you can't. There's no soda stations in the parks that would be compatible with that mug. So you have to buy your drinks in the parks. So that's a quick overview of the deluxe dining plan. So the next level down is just the Disney dining plan. So it's your standard Disney dining plan where you get 1 table service and 1 quick service meal per person per night of your stay, plus 2 snacks, plus the resort refillable mug. And then lastly, there is the quick service dining plan where you get 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks per person per night of your stay, and then your resort refillable mug. So like those are the options. And then the possible 4th dining plan option is now going to be like the Disney Dining Plan Plus, I believe is the rumor of what they're going to be calling it. And basically what it is it's like a deluxe light dining plan, so it's a little bit better than the Disney dining plan, but not quite as much food as the deluxe dining plan. Basically it's going to be where you get 2 meals per day, and you can interchange them between quick service and table service, and then you still get your 2 snacks and your resort refillable mug. So I am assuming that if it does come true that it'll be a little bit pricier than the regular Disney dining plan, but not quite as pricey as the deluxe dining plan. So those are your options.
Wow.
Are you gonna talk?
You just talked about them all.
Well, you didn't cut in any.
Well, it's rude to cut in, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you're just sitting there staring at the camera. Hi.
Looking beautiful.
So anywho. So those are your options for the dining plan. So you can actually, so if you're going to do a table service meal, you can, and you don't have to be on the Disney dining plan. So let's preface that with you do not have to add the dining plan to your package. If it makes sense financially for you, then go ahead and do it. But it's something that you might want to work out with like a dining plan calculator, and they have them all over the interwebs. There are a bunch of good ones. So you can either choose to do it or not, but you can still make reservations 180 days out. Even if you don't have the Disney dining plan, you just have to have your resort package booked with a hotel room or your resort room and ticket package. So.
Oh yeah, gratuities aren't included.
No.
So always budget at it.
Yeah, gratuities are not included on the dining plan, so you do have to, yep.
So if you're going for that meal that costs $200, you gotta put that tip in there.
Absolutely.
It's about $40.
Yes, so, yep, so you wanna make sure you do that. So, in order to make your dining reservations, what you're gonna do is, at 6 a.m., it's either 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., and I'm drawing a blank right now. You can get up at your 180 day or 6 month mark, and you get on the Disney website, so www.disneyworld.com, basically. Log into your account, and you can then go ahead and start making your dining reservations. So you are allowed to make your dining reservations at 180 plus 10 days. So if your trip is 7 days, you'll be able to make reservations for the entire amount of your trip. And you'll want to be kind of logged into your account and ready to go, especially if there are like must-dos for you, because a lot of the popular places, especially if there's like character dining or specialty restaurants, those kind of go very quickly at the 180 day mark, especially if you're going during a busy time. So
Like Easter.
like, yes, or Christmas, New Year's.
St. Patrick's Day.
No. But yeah, so like popular restaurants that I'm referring to are like your Chef Mickey's, where you can meet the Fab Five and dine. Oh my goodness, what's the breakfast you like over at Trattoria El Forno?
The breakfast.
Bon Voyage. A Bon Voyage breakfast at Trattoria El Forno with Rapunzel and Ariel and their princes, which PS is one of the only places that you can meet a lot of princes. Well, not a lot of princes. You can meet 2 princes. But it's one of the only places that you can meet the dudes.
The dudes.
The dudes.
The prince dudes.
The prince dudes. Yes, so character meals tend to go very quickly. Another one that goes very quickly, which is our brand new favorite dining reservation ever, is Sunday brunch at California Grill. That, because they're very limited slots, because they only do it on Sunday mornings, that is a huge one to get. If that's what you want to do and that's where you want to go, you want to make sure you are right on it at the 180-day mark so that you can get that reservation. California Grill sometimes goes pretty quickly. I would say any restaurant that is in the parks or at like Ohana's, that are like in the Contemporary or in like the Polynesian, go pretty quickly, I would say, because they're the closest to Magic Kingdom, or the restaurants in the parks. Generally, those are the ones you want to hop on first. Most Disney Springs restaurants, at least in what we have found doing our dining reservations, is that most Disney Springs resorts, you can get those pretty close to when you're going to travel.
Yeah, because they're not in the park, so most people don't bother.
Well, they bother, but there's a lot more room in them.
Yeah.
And there's no character dining.
They're also fast-paced.
That they are. And there's so many of them. That's the other thing, is that there is no shortage of restaurants at Disney Springs. It is a phenomenal place to go for a date night. There are so many different options to choose from. It's great. Although my personal favorite is still California Grill, which is not at Disney Springs. So then you've got, on top of, making sure you're on that 180-day mark if you want certain dining reservations. Then there's also the planning, well, how many character meals do we want? Do we want to schedule a date night? Do we want to just do quick service meals? So there's lots and lots of different options as far as like dining goes and things like that. Like quick service is great because there's multiple quick service locations pretty much everywhere on property, which is awesome. Some of the I don't want to say lesser known ones, but some of the ones that don't carry like your traditional fare that are my favorites are Columbia Harbor House in Magic Kingdom over by the Haunted Mansion in the Liberty Square area. I really like Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom.
That's last time I had that wasn't as good.
It wasn't.
No.
You get a lot of food for not a lot of money though.
It was a little bit dry last time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's that other one?
What other one?
The one in Pandora.
I don't know the name of it, but I know it.
Sautuli Canteen.
Something like that.
But you get the best cheeseburger pods ever. P.S. They're on the kids menu now. They're not for the adults anymore.
Boo.
But you can still order them off the kids menu.
Yay.
That's a really good one. That one, I like however the hell you pronounce it.
The Pandora one.
The Pandora restaurant, because they have some healthier options. So they have broth bowls and grain bowls. So it's a little bit healthier fare, a lighter fare.
But no, calories don't matter at Disney.
Well, for some people they do.
No.
So that's a good option if
They're
you
not
want.
real fans.
If you want something lighter, healthier. And the other thing to mention about Disney and dining is that Disney is probably the best place that you can travel to if you have allergy concerns or special dietary restrictions. They're some of the easiest people to work with, both at the quick service and the table service restaurants, because the chef will come out and he'll talk to you, or she will come out and talk to you, and they will help you design a menu that fits around your allergies so that you can still eat and not worry about what kind of allergies are going to affect you. So if you do have allergies, Disney is the place to go for that. She doesn't listen very well. She still thinks she can go on the back of our new couch. So those are some options. In Epcot is amazing because World Showcase has just such amazing places to eat, especially if you go during a festival. Like right now, Flower and Garden is starting soon. They're wrapping up Festival of the Arts. Flower and Garden. Sorry, Tinkerbell's being weird. Flower and Gardens starting soon, and then you've got our favorite festival in the fall is Food and Wine Festival, so that's really cool too. My favorite quick service in Epcot currently is the Mexico Pavilion.
I agree. I don't.
Yeah, and it's, again, not your traditional burgers and fries and hot dogs and things like that. Not saying that Casey's Corner isn't good, but, like, it's a hot dog. So, and then what else? There's Hollywood Studios. We don't eat a ton in Hollywood Studios at all. I don't know why. We just don't.
We used to always do the hot dogs.
And then they got weird. And then we used to go to Hollywood and Vine all the time, and then that got weird. Not weird, just not as good as I remember it.
So I need to really check Galaxy's Edge and see if there's any better.
Yeah, I've
places.
heard good things about like Ronto Roasters and Galaxy's
So about the
Edge.
food at Hollywood the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the problem too is like with the buffets and the things that we don't enjoy anymore, which PS we do have a video on our least favorite Disney restaurants. Don't at me. I hate Cape May Cafe. But that's the thing, like with the I do. It was my least favorite restaurant on property. I know it's super popular, but I cannot stand it. It was garbage. Don't at me.
Yeah, I'm atting you. You got no food at.
But
No food, something like that. I'm too old.
But anyways, the thing is I think that Disney has really stepped up their game in certain aspects, like with California Grill or with Skipper Cantina over there in Magic Kingdom, or all of the fun restaurants at Disney Springs, like STK, Chef Art Smith's, Paddlefish, all those kind of higher end, like nicer restaurants. I mean, I think they've really stepped up their game and their food quality. So now when we go to like the buffets or like some of the older restaurants like Liberty Tree or Tepanetto even, it isn't the same, and the food doesn't seem as good because they have so many other like gourmet options. So I feel like we're turning into Disney restaurant snobs.
Well, you are. I'm not. You put food in front of me, I'll eat it.
Pretty much. Hi, honey. Hi. This is Tinkerbell. If you're new to our channel, she's our little Chihuahua Jack Russell Terrier mix. And her name is Tinkerbell because she's a sassy pants. Anything you care to add about the dining plan? Or Disney dining in general?
I like food. They got food.
Yeah, I think that's one of our favorite parts of all of Disney too, is being able to enjoy like the different aspects and the different foods and things, and having those options and opportunities to eat things that we wouldn't normally eat at home, because there are so many different kinds of restaurants from all over the world. Like you've got Sanaa over at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and that has some of the most unique mesh of flavors. It's really good. I know we didn't speak super highly of it the last time we talked about it, just because I think we had a bad experience with the wait staff last time, and we were a little rushed, like we felt a little rushed. But the quality of the food and the taste and the flavor of the food is out of this world. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get a lot of food, but you get the flavors. It's a unique thing.
Yep. Camera's gonna die. Adventurous eater, it's definitely, Sanaa is definitely a good place to go. And then one of the last couple of things that we'll talk about as far as dining too is like just kind of special experiences with dining. So there's a lot of ways that you can have some different experiences. You can do like a Food and Wine Festival, you can do the Eat to the Beat package. It's a little more expensive, but you get priority seating at the concerts. If you want a really, really top-notch, like very special, very, very special date night, You've got Victoria and Albert's. It's the only 5-diamond restaurant on property. It's very expensive, but it's an option if you want to have a very high quality, high-end date night. And what else? What other special dining opportunities are there? With your so the thing that is key with your dining reservations is really, for us anyways, and my best tip is to sit down before your 180-day mark and really plan out, kind of get a rough idea of what you want to do, which park you want to go to which day. And I know that seems crazy, like, oh my god, we're not leaving for 6 months. Why do I need to plan out what I want to do on what day? Because it really will help you to kind of narrow down like your dining plans and what will work for you and where you would want to go and things like that. So get a rough plan. Be online at 6 or 7 a.m. on the day of your dining reservations, and you can really kind of get what you want and then really firm up your plans. And the other thing too is, I know we talk about the dining reservations being kind of hard to get. A lot of times, because you have to drop dining reservations at least 24 hours prior, or you get charged. So a lot of the times you can find exactly what you want if you're willing to be a little flexible while you're at the parks and in the parks, because people will be dropping those dining reservations for the next day, and you might be able to get something you really wanted that you weren't able to get in advance. So those are our Disney dining tips. Make sure you tip your wait staff, especially if you're on the dining plan where it's not calculated in. Make sure you have a plan 180 days prior when your dining reservations open up. Know if you want to do quick service or table service, and just have fun with it. There's a lot of different options, so be adventurous. Try something new, and I don't think you'll be able to go wrong. It is Disney after all.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm still here.
Are you gonna add something? No.
So when you're looking at the restaurants, always remember transportation can take a while.
Mm-hmm.
So put that into account, that it could take an extra hour to get there.
To 90 minutes. Yeah.
But they do have some leniency if you're late.
We've been late many times. I don't recommend trying it, but yes, factor in at least up to 90 minutes to get to your destination. Especially if you're staying somewhere like, I don't know, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and you want to do something at Magic Kingdom. It can take quite a while to get from one place to the other. Or Boardwalk is notoriously hard to get to, like in a straight shot. So, just factor that in.
Yes. And remember, eat, drink, and be merry.
You're at Disney. So, don't overthink it, don't underthink it, but just go in and have a good time and eat till your heart is content. So on that note, we are going to go enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we will be back next week with another Disney planning series. You might get a bonus video this week. I am not sure yet. I make no promises, but I have had a request to do an updated planner video, so you might get a non-Disney bonus video later this week, but we'll see. So, with that being said, cheers to the waters. Enjoy those dining reservations, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.